Hi friends, welcome back to the Guitar Spa where we bring you all the beautiful guitars reviewed just for you. And I have another Taylor. This is basically the V-Class 517 Builder's Edition. And just have a look. It's the Taylor had the Dreadnought, the 10 series being removed from their totally from their line, and then replace this with the 17 series called the Grand Pacific, and this is they call it the Grand Pacific Builders Edition. And let's just get this review started. It's really an honor that week after week I'm doing reviews just for you guys, and give me a thumbs up right now if you're just watching this video. Let's start this review. The width of this is about 16 inches, and it's almost like a slope shoulder size with a Dreadnought depth on this guitar. And this is the 517E. E stands for the ES2. One thing about the ES I've noticed right now, the first batches of ES2s were microphonic, but they were not clear. And right now with the new ones, I guess they EQ'd it, it's clearer, and it's a little bit more microphonic. And with the three screws adjustment, not my advice is do not tighten it too much, because if you tighten it too much it becomes very microphonic and it's very sensitive, and also it's prone to feedback. Okay, that's one tip. So Sika screws on this guitar, and under the hood is a V-class bracing. What you have is, instead of the X brace this way, there's a V kind of this way. It's a V, just like a V here, and then there are braces here to stiffen the top. So what the philosophy of Andy Powers of Taylor Guitars is that what they want is sustain and tone and stability. So sometimes you may have tone, you may have sustain. They say that when you play it above the 5th fret or even at the 12th fret, you may not get that sustain, because when you scale up a little more, you get flexibility, you get sustain, but you lose the stiffness of the top. So they say they're able to counter this new with this new bracing system to give you the best of both worlds: flexibility, sustain, tone, clarity, and intonation, which that one is questionable to me. Okay, so Sika screws on this baby. You get ebony bridge, and right now you can see they round this off a little bit. They got this new bone that is actually plastic saddle that's on this. I've actually radius the saddle to correspond to the fretboard, so that it plays well from the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string onwards. If not, you get correct strings. And then for this particular guitar, the first string, when I straightened the neck, was 0.5 mm shorter than that. So I managed to work out something to bring the trebles height higher a little bit, optimum, and then balance it up, so that later when you listen to the clip right now with your headphones or earphones, you find that the trebles are exceptionally crispy. Okay, so I've set up the ebony bridge, ebony fretboard, and also you get this graphite or tuss black saddle, no, nut on this, lovely truss rod cover, and also the arrow inlays. This arrow inlays uses I would call it cream plastic grain type of inlay that is on this guitar. Okay, wood binding, mahogany, real mahogany on this guitar. And also at the neck that is actually on this actually is 3-piece. There's one here, another piece, another. You can see the joint here, 3-piece neck, and the die-cast tuners Taylor. I particularly don't really like the tuners, because I feel, even though they say it's 118, but I still like the Guitar 510. Okay, so you can actually upgrade that and just change it relatively easy. Just screw some screws and holes on this, and then just fit it yourself very easily. What I like about this guitar is this is fairly light. This is just about 2 kgs, fairly light for this guitar with the pickup already. And And originally it came with medium gauge strings, and there was already bulging here, this side especially, and I can feel the bulging here. So if you really have a especially if you're in Asia where the humidity is really high, is to drop the mediums down to lights. And the funny thing about this, when I did it yesterday to remove the mediums and also drop it to lights, is when I took one strum, it was actually more responsive. Of course, there was a loss of bass, but on the hands it's really easy. I mean, unless you have very strong hands. I mean, anybody that's above 35 to or 40, you notice that you, after some time when you get older, you can't really play very for long hours with higher tension medium gauge strings. It's really virtually, you can, but you struggle. But when playing guitar, you don't want to struggle. You want it to flow. You want it to be easy in your hands. You want to play it longer than it is. You know, it's like an old friend. You want to have a conversation. So it's you having that relationship with that guitar, and building up the songs that are birthed from your heart. And that's the key of guitar playing. It's enjoyable. It's playing. It's not hurting you. It's not like exercise. It's not gonna hurt you. So you can play this for hours. Fitted light gauge strings 1253, and you can listen to this clip. And later I'll also do a review together with the 8717, which also I just changed to the strings and upgrade the saddle to FMI and also the bone pins, and then I'll do a shootout with this and with the D18 and also the Yamaha FG5. So lots of beautiful videos. So let's listen to how it sounds. Okay, I reset it up, and you'll be amazed. This is a powerful house. If I'm using the Martin .73 picks, or the 60 picks, 60 mm. This is 60. And then this is the .73. Let's do the first song, Let It Go. I right now have an intro to it, and you listen to how it sounds. My fingers are not stretched yet because it's early in the morning. I'm taking this clip right now, early when I have time, because there are many guitars to review. And let's. I like the mahogany tone. Something about mahogany tone is there's no overpowering bass, but the mahogany tone gives you that sweet mid-range, but also that organic woody tone that is not found on the Indian rosewood set. That's what I like about mahogany. Obviously, a lot of people try mahogany and they didn't want to buy mahogany guitars, is because it's very common. But being common doesn't mean that it's useless. Being common doesn't mean that it's no good. You know, it's like a normal meal, a hamburger or a sausage or something that is just common. You know, comfort food as they call it. It's common, but it's valuable. So if you really like a mahogany and you've been playing, I mean, you're talking about, hey, will this lose money? And it's like, buy it because you love it. Buy the guitar because it speaks to you. Okay? Powerhouse, if you want something powerhouse, this is the one of the guitars I would suggest. It's only available without cutaway. big bold tone on this guitar. Let's couple this on the third fret and just listen how it sounds. Yeah, I mean. Some fingerstyle. all right. You will notice that with mahogany, when I do, the notes will stand out a little bit better than a Indian rosewood guitar. The best would be actually the maples, and then right now, also the second one will be the mahogany. The Indian rosewood, if you were to do this running right now, it's a little bit more muddy, a little bit more bassy. That is on this guitar. Something to note also on this big size guitar, you will notice that when you do finger picking, the treble seems to be missing. It's not as fat as is usual. And something about this guitar also, the 17 series, is the bass response, even with mediums or even with this light gauge 1253, which I strongly recommend that you would move to that and get it set up correctly, because the next on the medium is it's not really good, and it applies a lot of pressure here, and then that's where it will create a scar right now. In a sense, even here right now, I can feel a little bit of aging, unevenness on the top. So my advice, especially in high humidity areas, to move to lights, and with the V bracing, what I feel is the V bracing doesn't give you that airy bass that is found on the previous models of the advanced X brace that they have, and things like that, because the way the X brace or that V class is it's position. So I think in one sense it tends to accentuate or focus on the trebles. At the same time, it still gives you a bass, but the bass is slightly more balanced. That's my humble opinion. Last song for Claris, and then I gotta do a second review. All right. The 517 Taylor 517E, the Beauty's Edition Taylor. I hope you like this Taylor very much. It's really a woody tone that is available. That on this Taylor, and if you've really listened to the 717, and I'm gonna do a shootout with the 717, and also a D18, and also a FG5, and maybe a shootout even with a J45. So then you can decide which one. Different colors. This is just like ice cream. You got strawberry, you got macadam nut. You have different. Chocolates, Belgium type, maybe the American, I don't know, I mean the Chinese, different types of chocolate chip cookies and stuff like that. And once in a while, it's good to have in your stable, in your guitars, not just 5, 2, 3, 4 different guitars at your home, so that depending on your mood, depending on the season of your life, depending on the type of song you want to play, you can just pick it up in your stable and then play them. So that's the beauty about music. It touches your heart, it touches your soul, and I think somebody was saying yesterday, focus. I think Lee Ritenour was listening to Lee Ritenour. He says, focus on writing songs. And, you know, it's funny. If you have a tune, try to write it, and because once you write it, you play it, you become, how would I say, you improve and you evolve from there, and then every song there's a story. So till my next review, you can say, live with passion, play guitar, allow love, joy, peace, health, and wealth to be multiplied in your life. And these guitars are all available through Sweetie Music in Singapore. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.